The Miraculous Fiddler. Once there was a miraculous fiddler who was going through the woods all by himself, thinking of this and thinking of that. And when he was tired of good and sick of thinking, he said to himself, "The time hangs heavy on my hands here in the woods. What I need is a good companion." Then he took his fiddle from his back and played a tune that went ringing through the woods. It wasn't long before a wolf came trotting through the thicket. "Ah, here comes a wolf," said the fiddler. "That's not what I want." But the wolf came closer and spoke to him. "Oh, my dear fiddler, how beautifully you play. I wish I could learn to play like that." "It's easy," said the fiddler. "You just have to do everything I say." "Oh, fiddler," said the wolf, "I shall obey you as a pupil obeys his teacher." The fiddler bade him come along, and after a while they came to an old oak tree that was hollow inside and split down the middle. "Here we are," said the fiddler. "If you want to learn how to play, put your forepaws in this crack." When the wolf complied, the fiddler quickly picked up a stone and with one blow wedged the wolf's paws in so tight he was held fast like a prisoner. "Wait here till I get back," he said, and went his way. A little while later, he said to himself again, "The time hangs heavy on my hands out here in the woods. I'll get myself another companion." He took his fiddle and again the music went ringing through the woods. It wasn't long before a fox came slinking through the trees. "Ah, here comes a fox," said the fiddler. "That's not what I want." The fox came up to him and said, "Oh, my dear fiddler, how beautifully you play. I wish I could learn to play like that." "It's easy," said the fiddler. "You just have to do everything I say." "Oh, fiddler," said the fox, "I shall obey you as a pupil obeys his teacher." "Follow me," said the fiddler. After a while they came to a path with high bushes on either side. The fiddler stopped, took hold of the hazel tree, bent it down to the ground from one side, and stepped on the tip. Then he bent another tree down from the other side and said, "Very well, friend fox. If you want to learn something, give me your left forepaw." The fox obeyed, and the fiddler tied it to the left-hand tree. "Friend fox," he said, "now give me your right forepaw." And he tied it to the right-hand tree. When he had made sure the knots were tight enough, he let go and the bushes sprang back, lifting the fox with them, and he found himself wriggling in midair. "Wait here till I get back," said the fiddler, and went his way. Once again he said to himself, "The time hangs heavy on my hands out here in the woods. I'll get myself another companion." He took his fiddle and the music rang through the woods. Then a hare came bounding through the trees. "Here comes a hare," said the fiddler. "That's not what I want." "Oh, my dear fiddler," said the hare, "how beautifully you play. I wish I could learn to play like that." "It's easy," said the fiddler. "You just have to do everything I say." "Oh, fiddler," said the hare, "I shall obey you as a pupil obeys his teacher." After a while, they came to a clearing with an aspen tree in it. The fiddler tied a long string around the hare's neck and fastened the other end to the tree. "And now, friend hare, step lively. I want you to run around this tree 20 times. The hare obeyed, and when he had finished, the string had wound itself around the tree trunk 20 times, and he was caught. He struggled and tugged, but it only drove the string deeper into the soft skin of his throat. "Wait here till I get back," said the fiddler, and went his way. In the meantime, the wolf had tugged and pulled and bitten on the stone, and finally freed his paws from the crack. Seething with rage, he ran after the fiddler, ready to tear him to pieces. When the fox saw him running, he wailed and whimpered for all he was worth, "Brother Wolf, help me! The fiddler deceived me!" The wolf pulled the trees down, cut the strings with his teeth, and freed the fox, who went along with him to get even with the fiddler. They found the hare and set him free, and all three went in search of their enemy. The fiddler had played once again, and this time he was luckier. His music reached the ears of a poor woodcutter, who instantly, without thinking twice, stopped work and with his axe under his arm came to listen to the music. "Here comes the right companion at last," said the fiddler. "It's a person I wanted, not wild animals." And he played so sweetly and beautifully that the poor man stood as though spellbound, and his heart leaped for joy. As he stood there, the wolf, the fox, and the hare came along, and he could see they were up to no good. So he lifted his flashing axe and stood in front of the fiddler, as if to say, "Anyone who wants to hurt my friend here will have me to deal with." At that, the animals took fright and ran off into the woods. Out of gratitude, the fiddler played one more song for the woodcutter. Then he went his way. The end.